everyone, I'm Kealy and this is Voice of a Creative, and today I'm here to show you my June makes. So I didn't do a video last week, but that was because it was my birthday weekend and I wanted to do some sewing on the Saturday so that I could have a dress to wear for my birthday. And I had a really good weekend even though we were in lockdown still. So I actually made 10 things in June, so I feel like I was quite successful. And I've got a mix of dresses and t-shirts and cardigans. I did also make a couple of things for other people as well, but 3 of the things I can't quite show you yet because they were for a pattern test for Forget Me Not patterns. I will be doing a separate video about those t-shirts because I absolutely love them and I want to show you a little bit more around that pattern. So that should be out sometime this week hopefully, because that's when the pattern is getting released. So things that I made, this is one of the things that I made. It is the Kilo wrap dress by Named Clothing and it's in this beautiful viscose jersey that I got from Guthrie Ghani. When I last looked, it is still in stock if you wanted to get some. So standard Kilo wrap dress, I did a short sleeved version and actually did the sleeved version. Changes I made is I actually added a neckband instead of folding it over. So in the instructions it says to fold it over. I don't prefer that method of finishing, it just says to fold it over once. And I actually prefer to add a neckband, so that's what I've done. I just measured the whole, worked out 85% and cut a neckband, like fairly simple. If you do want a tutorial of how to do that, then please let me know. I did show a little bit how to do that in my jersey question and answer video as well, so you could check out that video to see. Absolutely love the Kilo wrap dress. This is the 3rd one that I've made. The first that I've made as a short sleeved, I've made a long sleeve version and a sleeveless version as well. This is by far my favourite version. I love the fabric and it's just come together really well. I've also hacked it so it's knee length as well because I think that that's more wearable. I didn't quite have enough fabric, so I had 2 meters of fabric exactly, and I can just about squeeze the pattern pieces on to 2 meters of fabric, but it must have shrunk a little bit in the wash, which is totally normal, and so I didn't quite get it on. I could have shortened the hem a little bit if I'd have thought about it, but I didn't lay both pieces out because I couldn't cut them out and things like that. So I did add a little strip at the back, so you can't really notice it, but there's a join just there, and that little bit from the shoulder to there across the back is a different piece of fabric, but it totally doesn't matter with this. I don't think you really notice it, and also my hair covers it anyway, so you wouldn't be able to see it. But just to bear that in mind, if I was going to make this again, I would probably try and buy 2.5 meters of fabric instead, and then hopefully have enough to make a little top or a vest top or something out of the remainder. So let me stand up and show you. So this is a really beautiful fabric. It's got really lovely drape, but it isn't too fine for the Kilo wrap dress. As you may or may not know, the Kilo wrap dress opens out. You've got these wings of fabric which you can tie in a few different ways. It's got darts on the back. It also has a bust dart which is just there coming into the arm. The other adjustment I made on this one is just to shorten the bodice by a little bit across here. So I just cut the pattern here, and literally it was a centimetre, cut out a centimetre and joined the pieces back together, and so that is much better. I feel like it fits much better under my arms. I would say that this fits me really well. I feel really comfortable in it. So a few changes with the neckband, just changing this and cutting it shorter. So I don't know if you can see the short length. I will insert a picture so you can see the full length of it. And obviously you can tie it a few different ways. So I prefer to bring them round to the front and then bring the ties round to the back and round to the front again. So then it becomes a bit slimmer fitting on the back, but has a bit more gathers around the front. Other people try it other ways and have it kind of tighter fitting on the front and then wrapped round at the back. So you've got a few different options there from the back, the gathers. I forgot to say as well, the other adjustment that I have already made on this pattern is to shorten the waist. So I bought the waist ties that I cut across here and bought the whole thing up by about 2 inches because it was a bit too long for my waist. So a few fit adjustments, but nothing too serious. So that is my Kealy wrap dress. Absolutely love this. Definitely want to make more of them. If you haven't tried it as a pattern, totally give it a try. You could, if you wanted to, leave out the straps and have it as kind of a floaty drapey dress. But I definitely love cinching it in on the waist a little bit more. So I think it looks really cute like this, and it definitely works well with viscose jersey. You want to be sure that it's not too fine a jersey. So super pleased with this first make, and I will change into my next make to show you. So my next make is this one, and this is one of my self-drafted dresses. I cut this out, I think, 2 years ago to take to the sewing weekender, and I didn't get it sewn up, and it's been in my box ever since. And luckily in June I've had a little bit of a chance to finish a few things, and I managed to get this finished, which I'm really pleased with. So this is a cotton jersey. It's from Stuff and Still, so really high quality. I chose to add a neckband to this version. I really do like the addition of a neckband. I think it's just a really easy finish. And then the shoulders, you've got a slight puff to the sleeve. There's just a little puff at the back. I feel that helps me have a little bit more room. And then it's just my standard self-drafted dress. So let me stand up and show you. As always, you've got the darts in the bodice coming up here. I've gone for pleats in this one, so I simply pleated it over when I joined it to the skirt, so it's just a small tuck there to just bring it in. And at the back it's got the darts going up here. At the front I went for 5 pleats going along, so I just folded them over going this way, which I think is a really nice addition, and it worked well with this pattern, I felt, to keep it quite kind of symmetrical going down. So overall, I really love the style of my self-drafted dress. I am still in the process of planning videos. I'm going to plan them and get started in the summer. So I've got 2 more weeks of school, so that they will be coming to you. I think I'm just feeling a bit like having a bit of imposter syndrome, because I literally made up how to make this, and I'm just hoping that it works out for other people as well. So really love this. I think it's a great addition to my wardrobe. Feel like it fits well, and I will definitely wear it to work. And I'm just going to get changed into the next make. I just wanted to show you inside this one. So I added one of Pink Coat Club's self-drafted labels. So I absolutely love the addition of a label. It makes it feel so much more professional. So my next make is this one. Now this is the Rio Ringer Tee by True Bias. As you might know, I am constantly on the look for a perfect t-shirt, and actually this month I think I found my perfect t-shirts. So the t-shirt that I tested for Forget Me Not patterns, perfect, with some beautiful details as well. And this one, now this is drafted for a C cup, and actually it really makes all the difference. So if you are struggling for t-shirts, because you might be on that cusp, I'm kind of on the cusp between a B and a C cup for dressmaking. So that means that my bust measurement is 2.5 inches bigger than my high bust measurement. So if you want to find out what cup size you are for dressmaking, most patterns are drafted to a B cup. So you would measure above your bust here, and then you would measure your bust, and whatever the difference between the two, that's your cup measurement. So an A is 1 inch, a B is 2 inches, a C 3 inches, and so on. So my difference is 2.5 inches. So sometimes I can get away with it, and sometimes I can't. With t-shirts, sometimes it means that I can't get away with it, and that's why I get the wrinkles here. Now I would say I feel that this is a little tight for what I wanted. I made the size 10, and I actually have just printed out the pattern again so I can make the size 12, because I think that'll be slightly looser fitting. But this one does fit me well. It's just I prefer not to wear t-shirts that are quite this tight. So I just used a random bit of jersey that I had in the blue. It's quite a fine thin knit, and I would definitely want to make it in a higher quality cotton jersey just for another version. And this one, it has ribbing for the neckband, and then for a little finishing on the cuff. Well, basically a cuff on the sleeve as well. But True Bias has also released some hacks to do normal sleeves and things like that. Now, I've moved this neckline down slightly. It was slightly too high for me, and so I haven't applied this neckband how it is applied in the actual pattern. So I wasn't sure how to adjust it for that, because it's done in a binding style. So you can see here it's done using binding, which was a new way of doing it for me. So it's actually fully enclosed the edge. And here I've just done it the normal way, so it's just attached like that and then I've stitched it down. But really pleased with it. I will definitely make some more. I'm going to make one up in the size 12 and see how it turns out, and then decide from there which I would prefer. My main thing about it is the edge of the shoulder comes up quite high, so I feel like the edge of my shoulder is here, but this one comes to here. I don't know if that's just because of the tight fitting nature of the t-shirt. It doesn't look completely out of place, I don't think, but I just feel like I need a little bit of extra room just there. I will stand up and show you. So this is the length of the t-shirt, and I've just hemmed it. So I'm quite short, I'm 4'5", and this was the normal length of it, so if you're taller you may want to lengthen it. Love the sleeve length, I think that works really well. And it is, as you can see, quite a slim fit, tight fitting t-shirt in this size. But I feel like it does fit the curve of my shoulder well, so it doesn't necessarily matter that the seam line is coming just here. But I might just adjust the shoulder once I've tried the bigger size. So really pleased with it actually. I've not got any kind of fold lines here so much. It's a non-darted t-shirt, so I'm gonna have a couple of gathers, that is natural. But quite pleased with the fit overall, and I definitely want to make a few more of these. Once I've made a couple more, I will do a full review video. I just don't like to do a review video so much for a t-shirt pattern when I've only made one, because they're so quick and easy to sew up, and I'd like to try it in a few different fabrics as well, and maybe just change the size just to get the fit right, because I feel like this isn't doing it justice so much. The next thing I made were my trousers that I've got on. They are my Hudson pants, again by True Bias. They are my go-to pattern for jogging trousers. They fit me really nicely, they always turn out well, and I've made an adjustment to the length slightly. I think I've taken an inch or so off the length. And I made a slight crotch adjustment just to reduce the crotch curve. And I feel like they've turned out really well. They are in some sweatshirting that I got from the Nylon Shop, and I will just stand up and show you them. So just lift my t-shirt up. So they're in a sweatshirting. I've got the waistband. Now I don't do any stitching on my waistbands, I just leave them as they are. I've got thick elastic in there. Then you've got the pockets. So we've just got a little bit of binding or just a bit of jersey on there. Nice pocket there for me. And then at the back as well, a standard pair of jogging trousers. It does have cuffs as well, and I feel that they're really comfortable to wear. Yeah, I mean that's all I can say about them. I've made lots and lots of pairs of them. I really like wearing them. I'm just going to get changed into my last make, and then I'll pop some photos in of the others that I've made. So my last make is this. This is the Blackwood cardigan by Helen's Closet, and I was gifted this fabric in exchange for writing a blog post for Lamaze Fabrics. So this is a lightweight knit fabric with a slight rib to it. It is absolutely beautiful to sew with, and I would totally recommend it if you're looking to make some lightweight summer cardigans, or even cardigans that you'll wear in winter but it's like an inside layer rather than like a heavy outer layer. So I made a few hacks to this, and I explain all about them properly in the Lamaze blog post, which I will link below for you. So the first hack was to do 3/4 length sleeves. This is going to be perfect for when I'm wearing it at school, but also when I'm at home. Quite often I end up rolling my sleeves up because they're getting in my way when I'm doing something arty or doing sewing or something. The other hack is that I lengthened it and did a split hem, which worked out so well and makes the cardigan really swishy, and I absolutely love it. Otherwise, I don't make any changes to the Blackwood cardigan. It fits me as it is. That is always really great. So it is supposed to be left open. It's not supposed to kind of gather around the whole of you. It is an open cardigan, that's the style of it. But I am so pleased with this. It's sewed really easily. I think the trickiest part was cutting it out, and that was because this fabric's so soft, and you really have to be a bit more careful, but sewing was absolutely fine. It did not stretch out at all. So let me stand up and show you. Lovely denim blue colour, or navy I think this one is, so will be great to go with so much of my wardrobe. You can see the 3/4 sleeves. On the Lamaze blog post I show a picture of how I cut the pattern piece. So I literally just folded it up to a certain length and kind of checked it on my arm, and I did widen the cuff just slightly because obviously your wrist is so much smaller than your forearm. Then I lengthened it by about 8 inches, I think it was. So there's the lengthened bit, and that is on the longest length. And then you've got the splits as well. And it's just really lovely and swishy. I think it feels quite elegant, and it goes with dresses as well as t-shirt and jeans. So I am super pleased with it, and I am going to make some more. Absolutely loving that split. That is a tutorial on Helen's Closet's blog, but super pleased. I just wanted to show you on the inside of this one as well. I added a label which contains cat hair with the little ginger cat, and they are also from Pink Coat Club. So I'm really loving adding labels to my makes at the moment. It just gives it that little finishing touch, and Joy from Pink Coat Club, she's got loads of labels on her shop, so definitely check her out because they're just really cute. Love this cat one because this looks like a little bramble, which I think is cute. So other things I've made, I actually finished a blue cotton t-shirt that I'd been making for my husband. It'd been in my unfinished works in progress for, well, a long time, I think over a year. I finished that and sorted. It's just a standard blue t-shirt, and that was self-drafted, kind of traced from one of his t-shirts. I just lengthened it from the t-shirt that I traced round and copied. So hopefully I'll be making him some more t-shirts soon like that. So I made 3 tops for the Forget Me Not Patterns pattern test, so I will show you those in a separate video. I also finished off my Helen's Closet Elliot tee, so I was making a cranberry version in a viscose jersey, which I will insert a picture. The only reason I can't show it is because it's in the wash and it's right at the bottom, so I couldn't search through and find it. So really pleased with that one. It goes with my skirts and things well, and I left it unfinished at the hem and just double stitched at the side so it doesn't come undone. But really pleased with that one as well. Perfect addition to wear with my skirts, and a nice bright vibrant colour as well, which is always welcomed. And lastly, I actually made something for my sister. So a little while ago I traced a pair of stretchy cigarette pants that I got from Next, and they got a bit worn in the knees and things, so I took them apart and traced them and made my own version. And I didn't end up liking them too much because of the fabric, but my sister did like them, and they're a pair of trousers that she wears a lot of the time, and so she wanted me to make her another pair. So I pulled out some fabric that I had from Sew Me Sunshine, which was a navy ponte with white daisies and spots, and I made her a pair of those trousers, which I will pop in a picture so you can see. And I think I've just got enough fabric left that I might be able to squeeze out a York Pinafore with, like, it's not a jersey pattern, but I could squeeze out a York Pinafore with an A-line hack and add neck bands maybe in a contrast colour. So I am looking forward to doing that because I do have about 1 metre of the fabric left, and I'm not sure what else I would kind of do with it otherwise. So lots of plans there as well. And my sister has said she's tried on the trousers and again she really likes them, so I am going to be making her a few more pairs. I think they're her go-to trousers now, which is really lovely, that I can help her out with things that really fit her and make her feel a little bit more confident as well. So that is all of my makes. So I feel like I was quite productive this month, and I was really pleased to get a lot of things finished from my unfinished projects. That's always something that I'm kind of striving to do, finish all of those unfinished things. But then part of me thinks it's nice to have things that you can just pull out and get on with. But some of the projects have still been there for over a year, and so I really should get through them. Hopefully I will be getting on with a bit more sewing this month as we are going into the summer holidays. I have quite a few things that I would like to make, especially for other people as well. So hopefully I'll be getting on with that, and I will come back and show you. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked this video, please press the thumbs up and subscribe if you want to hear more from me. Goodbye.